Hi, it's Larry Gaines from Powercycle Trading, home to options on the open. In this video, I want to go over a top-down market analysis using the S&P 500, and also I want to do a review of Apple. Apple is a very key component of the S&P 500 and also the NASDAQ 100. So the old saying, "So goes Apple, so goes the rest of the market." So in this video, I want to point out a few real critical areas about Apple and the potential direction of the market. But before I get started, if you've not received my free ebook, please go to my website, powercycletrading.com, and just put your name and email address in here. You'll see this free Power Trading Toolkit. Put your name, email address, and you'll get this top 15 option trading strategies. So let's get started. Now, every morning before we get started trading in our virtual trading room, I will go through the markets and review the markets from a top-down analysis basis. And what I tend to do is I'll start usually with the S&P 500, and then I'll go through some of the other key indexes and stocks and various things like that using a top-down market analysis. And when I say top-down, that means that we start from the macro and then go from macro, long-term, down to medium-term, intermediate, and intraday. So I'm just going to start here with the weekly time frame. This is the S&P 500 cash, and using our Powercycle trading model, we're still in an uptrend, and we've been in this long-term uptrend since June the 8th, right here, and we're still in the trend, and it's still to the upside. So that's on a weekly. So that's the first thing you want to look at. So basically, until this changes, our trading methodology says that let's look for pullbacks and look for areas to buy back into the market based on the long term. So that's the long term. It's still up. Now the medium term, we measure this using a daily time frame. And here again, here's the trading model. You can't see the trading model in here, but these arrows which I put in show you where the trading model that we use went long, which was here back on the 6th of September. We had a cycle low based on our trading model. And then it went neutral here, and that was on the let's see, that was on the 12th of September. So from long to neutral, then it went long again on the 13th, and then it went neutral again on the 17th of September, and rolled over, went short on the medium term on the 21st, and went neutral on the 1st of October, and it's still neutral right now. So you can see the range we're in. Since it broke to the upside, it failed here, came back down. We've been kind of trading sideways, so the system is still neutral. It's very close to going long again, but the close on Friday pretty much had it in the middle of a range and kept it from going long on a medium term. And you'll see that in the next time frame, the intermediate time frame, using the Powercycle trading model. Now this is a chart of the intermediate term. We use a 60-minute time frame, S&P 500 again, and the model is currently holding short. So we had what we call a cycle high short setup, and this came on the 5th, which was Friday, and it came around 1 o'clock Central, and it's still holding short right now. It was long. The last time being long was the 3rd of October at 10 a.m. Central. Had a nice move up. Now it's short, still holding short. And so you can see how this short coming in at the latter part of the day kept the medium term, our daily cycle, from going to a long. So that's currently what the top-down market analysis shows us for the S&P 500, and then we'll do this across all the other indexes and important stocks that we trade. But to summarize that, the long-term trend is still up, the medium-term trend is neutral, and the intermediate-term trend is down based on our Powercycle trading model. Now the next stock I want to review is Apple, and I'll do a quick review of that to show you what's happening with Apple. Again, Apple is a very important component of the indexes, and it's a stock that we trade heavily using weekly options. So it's something that I'm constantly following. And using our trading model, this is based on a weekly time frame, which I call the long-term trend. The Apple had a long-term trend set up back on August the 10th and had a nice move up. You know, it got in around 622, 623, had a nice move up, 705, and it just now has rolled over based on Friday's close on the weekly, and now the cycle is down. And the other thing that I want to point out is that when you get a weekly close below the prior week, that's a sign of weakness, obviously. And so we've had 2 weekly closes down. So it's not looking, real good. It's broken some major support here on a weekly, and the next chart I'll show you is based on the daily or medium-term time frame, and I'll give you an idea of the potential areas of support or resistance for Apple coming up. Now, this is Apple. This is the daily chart, and this is the medium-term time frame. Our cycle model system, power cycle trading model. The last long signal was on the 13th of September here, and that came in around 675. And then it went short on the 24th of September, up at around, the closing price was about 690.79. So it's still short. The cycle is on the medium term is down, and this goes back all the way to the 24th, and you can see it pretty much nailed the top. It came down hard, bounced, came down, held the 50. This is the yellow line is a 50-day moving average. Held here, had a nice move up. We actually had a really nice swing trade right there that I showed in the last video. And it didn't, I thought it would do more of a testing up to the 20-day moving average, and it failed to even get close to it. So that's not a very good sign. So you can see that this is a 8-period moving average exponential, this brown. When it broke that, then it broke the 20. This is a 20 simple, and it never really could get back through the 8-period or even up to the 20-period simple moving average to retest it. So when we had the swing trade, I thought that our target level was actually around 677. It never made it. And then Friday, you can see it closed really weak, very weak close, closed below the 50-period moving average, this yellow line. So the potential for Apple right now, it's got its earnings on the 25th of October. But just if you look at the chart, the next area of support comes in around 638.61. And then you see this big gap here. And we call this an open prairie, right? That's the term actually my wife came up with, because there's nothing below. You can see here, once it breaks this 50, if it can't get back above the 50, the next major moving average, the 100 down here, is at around 618. And if you follow the markets on any type of moving averages, when you break a certain moving average and there's not another moving average below it, it'll test the next moving average down. So here it was on the 20 period, broke that, came down, retested it right here, failed, and look where it went to the 50. Held the 50, goes up, didn't even make it back to the 20. Failed, broke the 50 again. So the next major moving average is down here, the 100. So there's a good probability that the next area it could get down to is the 618 level. And we'll see. I'm not saying it will, but been doing this a long time, and you've got what we call this open prairie, so there is a possibility that it could get there. But you have the earnings on the 25th of October, so anything can happen. So that's it. I just wanted to point these things out, and if you'd like to come join us at Power Cycle Trading and learn how we use the Power Cycle Trading model for all of our day trading, swing trading, and longer term trading, please join us, and thank you very much for your time, and good luck trading this week.